Hey, what's up, guys? All right, welcome back. Oh man, this is episode 5. So I don't know if you guys were able to catch it, but Summer Game Fest happened over when was it? Thursday afternoon, early Thursday afternoon here down in here in Central Texas time. I was able to catch it maybe like 40 minutes in. I had to go do some stuff, and then I had to go do groceries, and then I came home and I caught it, and I happened to catch it like so I missed the beginning part, so that I missed the first 30, 40 minutes of it. So I came back, I started watching, I was like, what's The Rock doing here? Oh, he's promoting Black Adam, and he's promoting everything. That's The Rock. Like, Jesus, like, I don't know how you guys feel about him. And look, the guy's really talented, right? But it's like, dude, every time he's on something, he's just promoting something. Whether it's a movie of his, or a product, shoes, clothing, an energy drink. I'm like, we get it, dude. It's tequila. Like, we get it. You want monies. Awesome. Okay. Good for you. That's what I expect every time I see The Rock. Is like, okay, what are you going to sell me? Um, so did you guys check out the Black Adam trailer? What y'all think of it? I saw it, and I didn't know what to make of it. For sure, like the Disney, I'm sorry, DCU, uh, DC cinematic universe, I have not been impressed with for sure. I did enjoy the recent Batman film that came out back in what was it? Was it April? I think I remember the one with Robert Pattinson. And at first I was thinking, Batman, him? And then I saw more of him. I was like, yeah, him, Batman, not too bad. I enjoyed it. I think I already spoke about that movie before on another podcast, and I enjoyed it on the Option Select podcast. By the way, so check them out. That's like a little project that I'm working on, but I'm taking a little break from. But yeah, I remember talking about it, and I enjoyed it for what it was. 3 hours though. I'm glad I saw it streaming because man, that was a long movie. But anyways, going back to Summer Game Fest. Sorry guys, went on a tangent there. I saw all of it. I took some notes. Not everything was there for me, uh, but the stuff that I did see, well, okay, the one thing that I really did see that I liked a lot was it started off right at the gate because after I watched it all the way through, and I'm glad there wasn't like any like commercials or brought to you by or ads or anything. So I was like, okay, I was able to watch everything and just go right through it and like awesome, wasn't shilling for anything. Which I don't even think I saw any ads for like during on Twitch, which is surprising because have you guys had it where like you're watching somebody stream that you just haven't sub for? Because look, let's be real here. Like there's a lot of people that I watch. Doesn't mean I'm gonna sub to all of them. Okay, so like you'll see somebody like I'll be watching like Brian F play some Street Fighter, and then all of a sudden like stop, picture in picture. Here's the ad. I'm like, it's like okay, I get it. You like want to monetize and you want to incentivize for someone to sub to something, but it's like oh my god, just these ads. They're just and there's like a chain of them. Sometimes you get like one, 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4. I'm like oh, like I'm just trying to watch somebody stream. I mean, you know, for sure. When you have when you're like some of the big names, which I don't even follow. I know there's some big names out there. I don't follow them, but will have thousands of views on thousands of eyes on them. I'm like, okay, it makes sense to have all running all these ads, but it's just like I'm just watching like I'm just watching someone who's like just not like super hot, but maybe they'll get like 1K viewers on a weekday, which is I mean impressive by sure we know that, but it's just like oh man, when you start getting bombarded with Twitch ads, I'm like usually when it comes to me, I save my Prime. This sub Prime, Twitch Prime for like my homies, my friends. Like I like to watch just the smaller streamers, some that I actually interact with. When you start seeing like Maximilian and all these other bigger guys, like you enter something in chat, just flies by. Like they're not gonna respond to you, dude. Or they have it set to like subscriber only. Excuse me, guys. I had to get a drink. I got to get some caffeine in my system. I woke up and did a lot of stuff. Went to the mall and like I'll give you my opinion on that later. Anyways, yeah, Summer Game Fest. So it started off really strong. I was able to catch Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 6. I keep saying Street Fighter 5. Able to see Street Fighter 6 with a Guile reveal trailer. I was like, man, I was able to talk to my buddies about it online. And I think we all like agree like Guile looked really good. I think we're also in agreement that we're excited for Street Fighter 6. We have a lot of hope and faith on these new guys taking over on the reins, and hopefully like everything's gonna just come out smooth. And then today I saw on Twitter, like I think it was yesterday, Friday, and today and Saturday, people there's like a, I guess at the event that they're holding that at somewhere in California, that there's like a demo build going on, so you could pick between Ryu, Chun, Luke, and Jamie, the new characters they demoed. And people are trying it out. They're trying out the drive system, the parries, and they're putting it up there. I see Maximilian tweeting out some stuff. I saw Theory Fighter tweeting out some stuff. I saw Automatok tweeting out some stuff. And I don't think he was tweeting anything. I think he was tweeting stuff, but I think he was just asking questions, what's going on and stuff. And people were able to like confirm some things about it. I think I saw. I took a couple bullet points here and there, guys. I think they said that there will be crossplay and there will be rollback. So for that, like, I am super excited. I want to believe that because I never played MBCI online. I always did offline matches with the guys when the game was out, which I enjoy the game, by the way. The apparently the netcode was really good on that one, but the gameplay, the game itself just wasn't. I think the FGC was not having it. I know Disney meddled a lot in the kind of characters they wanted on the roster. So, and the faces look kind of rough, which if you look at them, they did. If you look at Chun's face, if you look at Dante's face, damn, do they look kind of rough, man, for real. But I mean, all in all, hands down, like where it matters, I thought the gameplay was fun. And look, I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, I didn't play UMBC 3 or MBC 2. Okay, I barely even dabbled in the first Marvel vs. Capcom on PlayStation. Me and my high school buddies would just play, you know. So I'm not saying I'm not the biggest like champion of the series. I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but MBCI Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, I did enjoy it. I thought the gameplay was fun, but you know, FGC was mad at it. They were just tweeting at. I mean, they just completely just shat on it, and they just did not like it. Didn't pan out. You know, they tried putting in the Capcom Pro Tour, and man, it was terrible. It was terrible. But anyways, so Street Fighter 6, apparently the people asked the developers, and they said that it will be having I think they asked or tweeted out or something. I'm not too sure. This is all kind of secondhand, guys. But I'm gonna just like okay, go with it, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna be rolling with it, but they're gonna be having rollback and crossplay. So I don't know if it's gonna be crossplay between how it was between PS5 and PC back in the day when Street Fighter 5 launched, or they're actually gonna launch it on Xbox also, which I hope they do. I hope they do, because that's something that, in my opinion, fighting games also need to have now. Where at the beginning of the pandemic, where games that came out that didn't have a robust netcode, they were just dead in the water. I.e., Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. I mean, that game was fun to play. It was really, really cool, really unique. It had this awesome system of having shortcuts and not having to do inputs, but you could if you wanted to. But with a lack of a robust rollback netcode, that it was gone, you know. And then for sure, and then more games came out. We had, you know, Guilty Gear Strive that came out after that, Melty Blood, and then it became more of, can you have it, and King of Fighters, can you have it crossplay between, because to my recollection, I think Strive, Guilty Gear, is still PC to PC and PlayStation to PlayStation. And I think it's the same with Melty Blood. I don't know if it's crossplay or not. So that's what you got. In my opinion, fighting games got to have now, is you can't have your player base fractured, you know, between PlayStation, PC, and Xbox. The more you could get, the larger you can make your pools for people to play with, the better, because you just have just more people to play with, hands down. If you just have maybe 100 people playing on PC and another 250 on PlayStation, then you can start running across the same people because of the regions and everything. So I mean, I'm just throwing out numbers. It varies, of course. Excuse me. So knowing that they're going to be having rollback and crossplay, like I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Oh, and like I said, I'm going back to Street Fighter 6. The Guile gameplay, I was like, oh my god, he looks so cool. Like, I don't know if you guys were able to get to check it out, or if you're Street Fighter fans, but if you are, like, I'm still not sold on the aesthetics of Street Fighter 6. I hear a lot of people saying that are tweeting out and saying, I've seen on Kappa. I mean, not our Kappa, just Reddit. I just go to our Kappa a lot, but I see like on Reddit and just people from the FGC tweeting out. It looks kind of NRSy, and I kind of see that. It looks a little stiff sometimes, and like, and it's something different because in my opinion, I've said this 100 times already. I like the pixelated art when they had from the Alpha series and the Third Strike series. I thought that looked awesome. Once they went to Street Fighter 4, it's like more comic book ish. Just more larger, not larger than life, but those had big hands and feet and just proportions. It's just like very artistic comic book style. And then 5 just kind of added more to that, but just added some more polish. So now looking at 6, using the RE engine, it looks more. I don't know. The animations just look a little stiff, and I'm just not sold on it. But it could be one of those things. Like I said this 100 times before. Like when I play a game, all that once I start focusing on the space between the two characters, looking at the gauges, and I'm in the thick of it. Like all the graphics just go all the way. I just get tunnel vision, and I'm just focusing on the space between the two players, and just and that so it doesn't. So the aesthetics is one part of it to get the attention in there, but when you're actually playing the fighting games, you start to notice that all you start looking for is the counter hits, or tech throw, or something that come in through the peripherals and the sides to focus on the game. The graphics, the background stage, the that stuff like that starts to become second nature. It just becomes background. Like the polish on it, I take that back, not the polish, but the graphics almost take a backseat to the gameplay. So like going into it with that mentality, I'm hoping that I could just get past the animations. But when you look at the details, when they revealed Guile, first of all, the stage they're fighting on a battleship, like, oh my god, like it just looked. You see the people around them, you see the cannons, you see the tower of the I guess it's called the bridge of the battleship up there. You see like the people in the background. Like, sorry guys, I'm getting super excited because the stage looks so good. And then Guile himself, man, he has like this jumpsuit on, and he actually has eyebrows this time and a goatee, and his hair is freaking just on point, dude. And then like his fireballs, like he looked pretty cool. Like I was like, okay, Guile's in there. I think I'm going to settle. I'm definitely going to try this guy out because on Street Fighter 5, when Boxer finally came out, like I was never much of a charge character player, but I did play a lot of Boxer season 2 when he first came out, season 1, season 2, and after a while I was like, man, I focused on the wrong charge character. I should have been sticking with Guile because Guile's always had it, man. He still has it. He's up there. So they're just looking at this Guile, like, man, he looks so cool. I can't wait. So yeah, Summer Game Fest start off with that, and I just had a blast. Like, okay, so that's in there. That's awesome. They had a whole bunch of other games. I'm not gonna name them, guys, because I really don't care. And there's honestly there's like 100 other video game podcasts that will break down every video, like every game that they saw, and give you their 2 cents. Fine, hey, fine. I'm just gonna go over things that I noticed. Okay. They also talked about Mortal. And this game here, guys, like I'm not really much into the franchise, but I know this game is always so big. It's almost like it's a cultural how do you say it, guys? It's a what? I don't know. It's a very very standout. It's one of a kind. It's man. I wish I could think of a better word, but it's just it's something people always just gravitate to every year, and it's the Call of Duty, especially this one, Modern Warfare 2, coming out in October. And like I said, guys, I'm not the biggest Modern Warfare fan, but I want to say the the terrible launch, the abysmal launch of Battlefield 2042, I think people are gonna be like, yeah, this is the one we're going to, which is too bad for like the developers for Battlefield, because man, I'm sure people were wanting something different. They wanted to break away from Call. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if there's just a big old overlap in the fan base anyway, right? I mean, if you play Call of Duty, you're probably playing Battlefield. I mean, am I wrong? I don't know. You guys let me know. Tell me what you think. But it just sucks that another FPS franchise that was that could have held a spot and could actually be like the FPS, just oh man, just launched so terribly that it just no way. So I wouldn't be surprised with the failure of launch with 2042 that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is probably going to be. I mean, it's probably going to sell like crazy. We always seen it. But to me, when it comes to those games, I don't care about the single player campaign. I don't know. It's always for me, those games always shine at the multiplayer. I mean, what do you guys think about it? Because, like, oh, cool, nice character, nice character development. No, you're always bouncing around different soldiers, and like, who cares? Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying that when it comes to those games, it's the multiplayer that really shines. Whether it's team death kill or team deathmatch, or capture the flag, or the battle royales. You know, if Modern Warfare just keeps doing what they've been doing, where they just have excellent sounds and gameplay and gunplay and all that good stuff. I mean, it's gonna be up there, which I'm. And I think I saw somebody talk about, I forgot which streamer it was, or which YouTuber it was, but they're talking about Activision Blizzard has every team available, hands on deck, working on this game. So it leads me to believe that okay, this game's gonna be the one that pulls out all the stops, that does everything, hopefully everything right, and really gets the community to rally under this one game, and keep it going for a while. Because I think I saw somewhere or read somewhere that they're gonna be taking a break from the Call of Duty franchise. So in 2023, yeah, 22. Yeah, in 2023, I think they're going to be taking a break. So I don't know how you guys feel about that. I think it's probably long overdue. Games that companies that have a yearly a yearly just release of the same game, which is what do they do different? If it's a different studio, which Call of Duty's been doing, okay, yeah, I guess if you really like the genre, not the genre, but the timepiece that they're going with, whether it's World War II, futuristic, or modern, you know, uh, sure, but I think them taking a break and just having the fan base just not having to spend their $60 just for the base game. It could be 70. I'm not too sure, guys. I don't know. I know some of these games they're trying to get up at the $70 price, and it sucks as a consumer because oof, it's getting up there. But yeah, it's just it feels like if you could give your fan base a year to they can all settle and stay with one game, I think it'd just be better for the community. Stop splitting up your player base. So we'll see what happens, and hopefully, I mean, it'll be. I mean, I hope it just does good for the fan base, for the players' sakes, because how I mean, I remember trying to play like a game, be like, oh yeah, dude, we're already on this other, like, oh, especially when they had like map packs and stuff, oh, you don't have this map? Oh, we can't play on that stage. You're gonna have to buy this map if you want to play with me. It's like, oh man, that was so terrible. And I think they kind of been working on that stuff like that, where they don't. I think they've been like releasing free maps or having it where you won't I'm not too sure, guys. It's been a while since I played one, but I just know from what I hear, they're taking a break and they're going to be focusing on this one, and they're going to be also I'm working on the battle royale, because that's another question that I thought of, because when they had Black Ops 4, well, I think that's when they started introducing the battle royale, Blackout. I was like, what are they gonna do with the Modern Warfare when they announced their BRs? Like, are they gonna bring some of that? They're gonna like merge them or do their own thing? And I think, from what I could, uh, from my recollection, I think Modern Warfare has their own BR, and I don't know if they still support Blackout. I mean, if they do, you guys let me know, please. But yeah, I know that I know when I see my friend Celia play, she's always on the Modern Warfare BR. So I'm guessing that's the hot one right now. So hopefully, we'll see how that goes out. But I wouldn't be surprised at the end of 2022 we see Modern Warfare 2 as the best-selling one when it gets released in October. So you guys keep your eyes peeled for that one. Get ready for that one. That one's gonna be that. Those the Call of Duties always sell like crazy. Um, and then of course more games, more games, more games, and then we get to the end, and they pull out Neil Druckmann on there, and they talk about his next project, what they're working on, and I think it's like it started off as a multiplayer, but then it became a game of its own, and I think it's gonna be like a multiplayer thing, and then they announced, and you guys might have seen it, The Last of Us remake, and I'm thinking, why? Why? It was a PS3 game. Yeah, remastered for the PS4. You know, um, Last of Us 2 was released. Was it last year, guys? 2020, 2021. I think it was. I think it was 2021, right? So we have that, and then no, it was 2020. It was 2020. So we had The Last of Us was recently being released, and then like The Last of Us. Guys, I tried playing that game. And it just didn't click for me. It didn't feel like there was anything. Unpopular opinion here, guys. All right, look, when I tried that game, playing that game several times, 2-3 times. Okay, maybe I gotta go back and give it a fair shake, and maybe it'll click the third or fourth time. I doubt it. But I remember playing that game, and I was like, do you guys remember playing Metal Gear Solid 2, the one on the PlayStation 2, and the part where you're playing as Raiden, of course, because that you're on the tanker, like Jesus Christ, that's the only time I get to play a Snake. So you're in the freaking on the rig, on the oil rig, and then you're playing as Raiden. Now you meet Emma, Otacon's younger sister. Escort her. You have to stop, clear out the way, hold her hand, drag her with you. That's how I felt when I was playing Tulu, The Last of Us. That's how I felt like. Like I'm just doing an escort mission. And I didn't like it at all. The stealth part felt so. And guys, this is going off of when I last played it. It was years ago. Okay, I tried it again previously on the PS4, and I remember like there's. So I pick up a brick, and I throw it to distract them. Okay, and then I get around them. Or once they get really close, I could craft a weapon and I could shank them, which I thought was pretty cool. I like shanking them. And then just go through the mission. And like I got to the part where you meet you meet one of the preppers, and I think I remember just and going through a graveyard and then just stopping. I was like, okay, I'm done. And I just like I want to play that game so I can find out. Look, I want to go through that game so I can properly talk shit about it. Okay, that's it. Because like if I don't complete a game and I start ranting and talking shit about it, it's like, well, you really don't have any ground to stand on because you didn't play all of it, So it's like I can't. And I know I'm kind of doing that right now. Like I'm like, I'm kind of talking shit about it anyway. But I want to play. I gotta play it so I can like just be like, okay, look, I have played the game, so I can't give my 2 cents. I went through all of it. I know what's, if it was something like, oh, but in the second half it kind of changes where you don't have to do any of that. Okay, well then maybe it's a different story. But I don't think the game changes. I think it's gonna be like that throughout the whole way. So I never even got past the first one. Okay, and it's not because it was difficult. I just like that's it. This is the mechanics. look, does Sony first party developers, do they have games that have great story? Yeah, they have really good story. Everybody who's a fan of it always tells me the story is really good. The voice acting, the motion capture, the face capture, everything, the sound effects, the voice actors that they bring into it is always great, top notch. But the gameplay itself, like the only Sony first party game that I really thought was was just really awesome. I actually played it and completed it was God of War 2018. That one was really good on the writing, the action sequence. The gameplay was pretty fun. It wasn't like innovative, but it wasn't something that was like super deep and got me thinking about it and like when I was impressed by it. It was just no gameplay was fine. You hit extra attack, you do some combos, you get some special moves along the way. No problem. But the characters, the dwarf brothers were awesome. The way Kratos and Atreus interacted while going on an adventure, that was awesome. I liked that a lot. Of course, all the rest of the characters, I loved it. But I mean, I enjoyed it. I don't want to say love it because I don't love it. I just really enjoyed it. So I'm gonna try to go play Sony first person. I'm just like, I don't know, man. So I see Toulouse and it's getting a remaster, and I guess they want to change it and actually like show like some side by sides, and I'm like, okay, Ellie has more features on the brow, I guess. Her mouth looks a little bit better, but like it visually looks good. And then what? Does the gameplay change? Am I still doing the same thing? Am I still just escorting her and doing like stealth mechanics to get around stuff? Maybe. I don't know. I have to check it out. So I mean, and look, and as a consumer, they're upping the price up to $70, and I think I saw like they're gonna have like some different editions that goes up to from like it'll start off like at $69.99 for like the base game, and then going up to $99.99. Up to $100, and of course that's probably gonna have like a digital art book or steel case, maybe a figurine. I don't know, maybe like Ellie's journal or something, or a Firefly emblem. So I mean, look, I'm not here to tell you how to spend your money. But I mean, if you like collecting, I mean, look at my background. I like collecting some stuff, no problem about it, But it's just like, there's nothing else you guys could have remade, like, I don't know, Legends of the Dragoon. That's a good one. What else is a good one? Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid remade by Blue Point. I think that'd be awesome. Of course that's Konami, so it's not really Sony. But it's just like, and look, at this point is if you want to buy it, buy it. If you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. But I just find it weird, like that one, a remaster. Okay, cool. I don't know who like asked for this though. So I'm guessing that the hardcore fan base is gonna really love it. So take it as it is, guys. You know. But overall, I think that was pretty much it for Summer Game Fest. If I was to give it a grade, I would give it a B. Not everything was for me, and it's not supposed to, because I am just one, one gamer in a sea of thousands of millions. So I think there was, in my opinion, I think it's a safe bet to say there's something for everybody there. And of course, it's not over yet. I think Microsoft Bethesda is having something on Sunday, so I'm gonna make sure to catch that and take some notes, and then go over it sometime during the week. But yeah, man, I mean, I saw Summer Game Fest, like Street Fighter part, and as for any other games, like nothing that I really cared too much about. But there's some stuff that I just wanted to take notes on. And I think that's pretty much the basis on it. And guys, like I said, there's 100 other YouTubers or podcasters that are going over all this material with a fine tooth comb, and they give you their 2 cents on every game that they saw. And hey, man, check them out if you want. But me personally, that's what I was interested in again, and I don't want to go too deep because it's just me by myself. So, but I don't want to. We'll put a pin in Summer Game Fest. I think they said. Say more news? I don't think so. But that's it for right now for Summer Game Fest. I do want to talk about Square Enix. They're gonna have a celebration broadcast for Final Fantasy VII on the 25th year anniversary on June 16th. So that's something to look forward to. That'll be Thursday of next week. And Capcom is having a digital showcase on the 13th. So that's going to be Monday. So for that, I'm after they've been having all the Street Fighter 6 news, I hope they have more Street Fighter 6 news. But after the State of Play and Game Fest, maybe not so much, but we'll see. So my predictions for that one is, maybe we'll see some more Monster Hunter, maybe some more Resident Evil, whether it's the Resident Evil 4 remake, or if they're gonna do any more like DLC for Resident Evil 8 Village. I mean, when that game came out, I purchased it, I played it, I enjoyed it, I had a good time with it. That was the second Resident Evil game for me to play in a long time because I played 7 and I liked it so much that I got hyped for 8. So if they have some DLC for that one, I would like to be in the loop for that one, so, in the know. What else can they have? Oh, what's that? They had a what was that, guys? I'm I'm, I'm going. My mind's going blank on it. But then they have a co-op shooter with a whole bunch of dinosaurs. I forgot what that one was called. Like with the chance of dinosaurs. um, I wouldn't be surprised they have some more news on that. As for the fighting games, of course, we talk about Street Fighter. I really don't think we're gonna see any Marvel versus Capcom. I really think with what how Disney is with their franchise, I don't think we're gonna see Marvel versus Capcom anytime soon, guys. That's just my honest opinion. I think Disney's gonna hang on to all their IP, their licenses, and it's just gonna be, you know, if they lease them out, it'll just be for like single player games, like the Marvel Spider-Man games, and then whatever that Logan Wolverine game is gonna be coming out. So I mean, I wish we could hear some NBC news, but I really doubt it. What else do we have? Oh yeah, let's talk about the Black Adam trailer. Yeah, did I tell you about the Black Adam trailer? It just felt like I don't know what I was looking at. It felt I know like I talked about it at the beginning, but going back to that, like I saw it, I was like, I don't know what they're doing with this. I Not a fan, not a fan. Oh, that's right. I went on a rant about Batman. Uh, oh, and then before we finish it, and I've been playing this game a lot more lately. I've gone back to Elden Ring, and dang guys, I'm like almost at 100 hours, at level 140, and I'm at the very north part of the map. I'm exploring the Haley Tree. I think I'm like maybe like a grace or two away from able to fight Millennia, the Blade of Makilia. I think that's her name. That's her title. So I'm excited for that. I want to get that, guys. I'm gonna be streaming some of that later on tonight, but I'm hoping that I could get to her and then finish the game and be done with it. And like I don't want to be done like and never come back to it. Like I do want to come back because there's just so many routes to go on that game to play it. So many different builds, so many different weapons, so many different setups. So I mean, there's still a lot to do and to explore because I wanted to explore all of Limgrave, and then like this place is just too large. There's more for me to go, and I kind of want to go, so go explore some more. So yeah, and I have friends that say like, oh yeah, I'm already working on my fourth character. I'm like, what? I have one character, that I just want to make them really really strong and able to do everything. Yeah, I got 5 characters already. I'm like, what? How? How? Have you even explored everything in the first one? But anyways, you want to play your game your way? Play your game your way. Up to you. I don't care. I don't give a shit. But yeah, I saw that Elden Ring is going to have a pair of strategy guides coming out, collector's editions, $49.99 each one. One in summer, one in the fall. And you know what? In this day and age, like when you need information for whatever you're doing, and not just video games, but anything, how easy is it? Just Google it or YouTube it, and search things up. And I do that sometimes when I'm stuck in the game and I gotta find an item or something. Like, hey, where do I find the Sentry Torch? Oh, you gotta go over here, Atlas Plateau, Sentry Shack, the Hermit Shack, and then purchase it. Awesome, cool. you know but with those books, and some people are like, this game isn't supposed to hold your hand, so why are they making it? Look, man, it's the collector's edition. You can get some artwork. You get to see some of the character designs and reasons why this game's like this. Like, again, when it comes to Souls games, from software games, especially from software games, I should say, specifically that. Like, if you want the story and lore, it's there. You know, you could read, talk to NPCs, read a description on items, go out and find, NPCs and get the story. And you can go online and you can get more of it and get people's take on it. And they could just break it down and give you the lore on the whole world and the characters, which I think that's awesome. Or if you're like me and you don't care and you just want to play, it's fine. The game does like the From Software crew doesn't care. Like, if you want to invest your time in the story, if you just want to play and have a good time and run around, beat the hell out of things with your weapons, you could do that. If you want to explore the story and see why everything is the way it is, it's there. And I think that's what I want the books for. I want that so I could just have, because the game's great, man. I really like it. It's not my favorite From Software game. I think right now what's holding that. Oh my god, I'm going back to Toulouse. I'm going back to Toulouse. Sekiro is one of my favorite ones. Bloodborne is one of my favorite ones. Dark Souls 3 was my first one. Elden Ring's up there. I do like Elden Ring. It's like, why is Bloodborne not being remade? Why? As a From Software fan, it's like The Last of Us is getting a remake, but you won't have like a PS5, update for Bloodborne, like one of the greatest From Software games ever. I mean, I don't know, guys. If you're a From Software fan, Bloodborne, you should play that one. You should play that one. And I tell this all the time to anybody who comes into my streams. They're like, hey, I don't know if I should get into From Software games, these Souls games. I'm like, look, if you have a PS5, it's on the PlayStation Collection. Get Bloodborne. Download it. Oh, hell, even if you just have a PS4, I'm pretty sure the PlayStation Plus at one time had Bloodborne for you to, download it and put it to your library as long as you have a subscription. So I always tell people that if you want to play a From Software game, if you have access to a PS5, go to the PS5 collections and try out Bloodborne. That one's hands down. That'll tell you if you want to play these games or not. And of course, they all kind of vary within, Dark Souls, Sekiro, From Software, Bloodborne. They all have their, little nuances and different mechanics. But for the most part, you know what you're getting yourself into. So yeah, that's like Toulouse getting a remake, and Bloodborne is just there, stuck at 30 frames per second. Is it 30 frames per second? It's like, oh, come on, guys. You saw the phenomenon of what Elden Ring is, yeah. That one, yeah, for sure, a cultural phenomenon in the video game world. Man, it took online by storm. Everybody was talking about it. I mean, for those first 2 months, it was just Elden Ring. Everybody was just talking about it. So it's like, man, Sony, ride that wave, man. Get on the Bloodborne train. I think it'll be great. Especially like people are starting to wrap up Elden Ring, and they kind of want to have a reason to keep playing that genre. I think that'll be great for Bloodborne to have it ready. I don't know, but what do I know? But anyways, guys, that's all I really wanted to talk about it. I know it's not my usual length of a show, but I did one Thursday night, and it's like I just wanted to talk about Summer Game Fest while it was still fresh in my mind, because I know if I would have waited till next week, I'd have been like, what I write down? Yeah, I'm the kind of guy, like when I take notes, I just do little bullet points. That way I could just talk about it, and that way I could just be like, oh yeah, okay. Because if I forget about it. But anyways, guys, I think that's going to wrap it up for me for this week's show, episode number 5. Make sure if you like what you hear, like what you're listening to, like what you're seeing, you want to see more, follow me on Twitch at os_Rick with a 1, twitch.tv. I like streaming Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. I know I wasn't on that schedule because, I was on vacation, so I get kind of lax and, just everything kind of changes. But, vacation's done. Back to the grind next week, which, was nice, but you gotta work, right? You gotta have a little struggle in your life, because if not, if things become too easy, you gotta have some struggle, right? Something that pushes back. So yeah, catch me streaming. And if you guys just want to help out the channel, you want to donate, I have a little PayPal there. So everything that you guys donate goes straight into the channel, whether it's upgrading equipment or just, having the podcast stay on because, that cost, but hey, that's only if you want to, guys. If not, if you just want to, help out by telling your friends or by giving me a thumbs up or, subscribing and all that good stuff, hey, I'll take that too. It doesn't matter. So, anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me. Take care of yourselves. I really appreciate it. Enjoy your gaming, have fun, and I will catch you next time. Peace out, guys. Bye.